SLG listening on the 39.
W8WKY.
Good evening.
KB8LNK, KD8SLG. How you doing, Ron?
Well, I'm not too bad. Just wondering what you were listening to. I haven't heard anything happen all evening.
Well, let's see. I went up to the food net on the 700 machine, and I checked into the Wayne net with Jerry. And there's usually a few people over here Wednesday night at this time. Chuck's usually calling for me by now. WB4AIZ. So I thought I'd see if somebody was out there. Good to hear you, man. What are you up to? Staying busy?
Oh, yeah, tonight's Wednesday. Boy, I lost track of my days. I had a guy contact me tonight. Said he found a set of tires for my truck that were way too cheap to be. It'd be stupid not to buy. So we discussed that, and guess we're going to dig into that. So that was kind of interesting. That kind of got me sidetracked tonight.
The big truck, big truck?
Yeah, Craig was over here watching me do something with it the other night. And he walked around and saw that chunk out of that one tire. I said, man, I wish I could afford tires for this, but I'm not putting that kind of money into one that doesn't go very far or anything. I didn't plan on driving it much. So he calls me today and says he found 6 tires that are brand new. He said those little treads on the tires where they mold them aren't even worn off yet. They're brand new, mounted on rims, and told me what the guy wanted for them. I said, maybe you should see if we can get a hold of those. I think that'd be really a nice upgrade.
Oh, for sure. And yeah, I call those tire things, I believe the technical term is nipples.
Hey, YUK.
Good evening. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Is we're still looked like brand new tires. So he said the guy wanted $100 a piece for them, and I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna be stupid not to buy those while they're available.
Go, Lizzie.
Hey guys, we're just rolling in from Columbus, but I wanted to say hi before we destinated and I had to get the kids out. Buddy, say hi real loud. No, say hi. Hi. All right, KD8YUK, I gotta be clear and get these kids inside, but we'll catch you shortly. K to KD at SLG. Clear.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. Merry Christmas. K8YUK, KD8SLG. We'll talk to you soon, Lucy. KB8LNK. Well, that sounds like a steal, man. Where are they?
2nd, I think he said. But I asked him how we would go about getting over there and getting them. Do I have to wait for him to take them off and all that? He said, no, we'll take them off. He said next time I'm over there, he's going to go over and haul something back so he'll have some room on his trailer. He'll just take them off, throw them on the trailer, and just drop them off at my house because he lives about half a mile up the road here.
Delivery included is value add. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll pay for that somehow down the road, but still, it should be a value that I should be able to do. Yeah, it'd be a nice addition to make me feel more comfortable. I dug into that truck last night, got a fuel filter and stuff put on it, and did some digging into the way it run. I may have found my problem, so one of these days when it's sunny out, I'm going to take it for a drive and see if it's fixed.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was just kind of sitting here in the chair and thinking about how I was going to work around that, and totally forgot about this being Wednesday. I don't know how that happened, but oh well. I guess I missed all the excitement tonight.
It was the usual cast of characters, you know how that goes. Well, it's Josh and Lucy show tonight on the Beacon Net, which is always fun because I have no responsibilities whatsoever. But I'm going to go grab a taco and a Mountain Dew before the show starts. That's my plan. Good find on the tires, man. Good find on the tires. All right, we'll catch up later on. KB8 on KD8 SLG. I'm probably going to be clear until net.
All right, Nick. Thanks for the chat, and we'll talk to you some other time. KB8 LNK. Will be cleared.
W8WKY.
WB4AIZ, let's see.
WB4AIZ, KD8EPC. How you doing, Chuck?
B4AIZ, doing okay. Still here at the rehab. I'm hoping to go home or get out sometime this week, I hope. Maybe. And by the way, usual.
Well, hopefully you get home sooner than later there, Chuck, but it sounds like you're feeling a lot better than you were, huh?
Actually, yes. Yeah, they say I'm sounding better. Lungs are clear. So, anyways, still savoring the food. So, that's what I'm gonna miss about the place, the food, and the people. So, anyways, over.
All right there, Chuck. Well, great to hear you out there, and good to hear you there. But I'm going to jump out of here for a minute. My phone just rang, so I can't talk on here and be on there on the same time. So I'm going to say 73 for now. I'm sure Josh will get you on the list, or Lucy, because it's the Josh and Lucy night, so I have no responsibilities whatsoever. So I'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll catch you here later on down the log. This is KD8EPC clearing with WB4AIZ on your final.
73s, one off a T or one whatever. Before he has it clear.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST, 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 calling all amateurs to the BeaconNet pre-show. BeaconNet is sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset to PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We light up the nighttime airwaves every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Tulsa time. I line them up, but at the top of the hour, Lucy's going to knock them down. We've got a couple trivia questions. Normally lasts about an hour, should be a good time, so stick around. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your operator tonight is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot W8HRF. Name is Josh, located here in Akron, Ohio. But before we get the pre-show going, we're going to go ahead and start by checking in on all of our BeaconNet team. The Mickey Mouse roll call. See how the radios are working and ready to rock and roll. And if they're sticking around, there's a lot of folks with no responsibilities tonight. I'll have to mark that down on the blue screen. Anyways, let's see, Dustin, I heard you out there, but you're on the phone, so I'm just gonna. I'll come back to you last. Let's see if Nick's out there. KD8SLG, what's going on, Nick? You sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Josh and Lucy and all the Beacon netizens. I'm here. I'll be around. Quick announcement, though. Anyone who's doing the handy build this weekend, we changed it back to Gary's garage and split it up into 2 times. So check your email. There's some information there. Public service announcement. I'll be back. KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks, Josh.
All right, Nick, thanks for the PSA. I saw that email come through earlier today, so appreciate it. All right, let's clear with Nick for now. And Dustin says he is there. He is here. KD8EPC, W8HRF. Hey, Dustin, you sticking around tonight?
W8HRF and the BeaconNet pre-show. Good evening, Josh. I'm going to stick around. I'll be harassing people in the blue screen and off to the side and all that good stuff. So keep me on the list there. This is KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. All right, sounds good, Dustin. We got you sticking around, and we'll be looking for you harassing folks in the blue screen. All right, let's talk to Nick, K8QKO. What's going on, Nick? You sticking around tonight?
K8QKO. Hello, Josh. Hello, everybody on the net. Yeah, I'll stick around. I'll be here. I'll be listening. Maybe listening, maybe half listening. I'm also listening to an audiobook and kind of just tinkering away on my computer. So that's what I'm doing. With that, I'll pass it back to you, Josh, K8QKO.
All right, Nick, fine business on the audiobook. Sounds good. Enjoy tinkering. We got you here, though, and we'll talk to you a little later on in the net. Going to clear with K8QKO. Last, but not least, we'll talk to Eric. What's going on, Eric? You sticking around? K8VZA, W8HRF. Kilo Echo 8, Victor Zulu Alpha, K8VZA. Eric, are you out there? All right. Be exercising his no responsibilities whatsoever privileges, so maybe he'll stop by later tonight. We'll see what happens. Let's also, I did say last but not least, but let's jump up to Lucy, see if she's got anything before we get rolling, and make sure her microphone setup, which I just plugged in, is all working. So K8YUK, W8HRF.
W8HRF, K8YUK. Well, we got a little bit of an echo in the handy talk, but that means I'm coming through, which is a positive. We should be all set. Mr. Will is still awake, but hopefully he will fall asleep by the top of the hour. Find out. Oh, my personal mic adjustment is in. All right, I think I've rambled enough to make sure it works, and I'm going to go take care of the baby, and hopefully I'll be back in time. Otherwise, we'll deal with it when we deal with it. K8YK to W8HRF.
K8YUK, W8HRF. Sounds good. We'll give you, we'll throw it over to you here at the top of the hour, Lucy, and should be good. Is your computer turned on? Reminder to have your computer turned on. There you go. All right. Time to get started and taking some check-ins. Before we do, I'd like to remind everybody that this is a link system, so please key up for a few seconds before you start talking. Hang on for a second or two afterwards. We want to hear everything that you have to say. Don't want you to get cut off. We're going to do a couple rounds of check-ins here, but before we do, this is who I have on the list so far. WB4AIZ Chuck down in Florida. I have you, I can't even say Florida correctly now. Florida. Oh my goodness. Chuck, I got you in and out. Thanks for stopping by. Pete, N5KBD, I got you on the list. I'm not sure if you're in and out like normal. I have to check the blue screen. W3ETV, Eddie, got you in there. K5CFY, Mr. Ray. Mark, K3MBC. Jeremy, KE8ZRY. Kelly, KC0LRM. So, if you'd like to get onto the list, and you're not already on the list, please give me a call. We time phonetically, alphabetically, and your name and location. Please call now.
Kilo Alpha 8, Lima Yankee Juliet, KA8 LYJ, Bob in the Magic City. KF8 EDE, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Delta Echo. I'll be in and out.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Delta Tango Alpha, KF8, DTA, Jeff, New Franklin.
AD8, PQ, this is Ken, Inventor.
This is Kilo Delta 8, Hotel Alpha Golf, Tim, KD8HAG in Litchfield. I'll be in and out.
All right, I'll pick it up there. On that round, we picked up Bob, KA8LYJ, Andy, AB8MO, Fred, K8QFT, Matt, KF8GGM, Pat, F8EDE. Good to hear you, Pat. Nice to see you at POTA. Thanks for stopping by. We got you in and out. Jeff, KF8DTA, Donald, KI5WDM, and let's see, Tim, KD8HAG, got you in and out, Tim. And then, was there a call, was the call sign for Ken, was your call sign Kilo Delta 8 Papa Quebec? Kilo Delta 8 Papa Quebec, Roger?
The call sign is Alpha Delta 8 Papa Quebec. This is Ken.
All right, I thought I had something wrong there, Ken, because when I punched it in, your name did not come up as Ken, so that's why. All right, I got it this time. Alpha Delta 8 Papa Quebec. Got you in there, and we'll get right back to you. Anybody else who would like to get on the log, please call.
Kilo Juliet 5, November Oscar November, Mike, KJ5, NON.
All right, we picked up Mike, KJ5 NON. Got you in there, Mike. And we'll get back to you shortly here. All right, let's jump up to the top of the list and see who's sticking around and who's just in and out. I didn't have the chance to look through the blue screen, so I'm going to call him N5KBD. Pete, are you out there? Are you sticking around tonight? And I see the message where he says blue screen only. All right, there we go. We got you in there as in on the blue screen there, Pete. So thanks for being there. Whiskey 3, Echo Tango Bravo. How are you, Eddie? You sticking around tonight?
stick around and listen to the show and hear all those trivia questions that you and Lucy have. Temperature here in Annapolis right now is 52 degrees outside, and we got about a 1.6 mile an hour wind, and well, actually the wind is less than the gust. We got a 0.2 mile an hour wind and a 1.6 mile an hour gust. Anyway, yeah, I'll be here. I want to hear what's going on. W3UTV, I'll be listening for the show, and I'll participate.
W8WKY.
All right, Eddie. Yeah, it sounds like your weather is kind of similar to ours. What are we at? 49 degrees, so pretty similar. You're a little warmer than us. But all right, Eddie, we got you sticking around. I have to remember I'm not running the boredom breaker net. I'll get punchy and start hitting the F5 button for checking people in and out. It's dark outside. It's the beacon net. All right, K5, CFY, how are you, Mr. Ray? What are you up to? And you sticking around tonight? All right, one more time. K5, CFY, Mr. Ray, are you out there? I saw you in the blue screen. All right, I see him in the blue screen, but so we'll leave him on there for now. Let's see. Let's talk to Mark. K3 MBC, how are you, Mark? And what are you up to tonight? You sticking around for the net?
W8HRF, this is K3MBC. Yes, I am sticking around. Hopefully we'll make it all the way to the end. Back to you.
All right, Mark, sounds good. Hopefully you make it to the end. I know I'll make it to the end. I'll be here. But, all right, we get you sticking around. Thanks for being here. Clear with K3MBC. And let's talk to Jeremy, K8ZRY. How are you, Jeremy? And have you gotten the motorbike out of the garage yet? I think you've mentioned having a motorbike before on the net. The weather's been nice enough. I know it's going to be cold a little bit for a couple days here, but K8ZRY. Around, Jeremy?
W8HRF, this is K8ZRY. Good evening, Josh, and everybody's checked in so far. Had it out a couple of times. Even when it's nice, I still had stuff to do, so I haven't been able to get out on it. But I'm hoping to get some real good weather here in the next few weeks so I can get out on that thing. I am going to stick around, so I will talk to you after this. Waiting on them trivia questions. This is K8ZRY, passing it back to you.
All right, roger that, Jeremy. We got you sticking around, and glad to hear you got the bike out a couple times. But yeah, hopefully the weather keeps on getting better and have more time to get outside. So there you go. All right, we'll clear with Jeremy for now, who's sticking around, and I'll go ahead and re-identify. This is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8HRF. Personal is Josh, Juliet Oscar Sierra Hotel. Going through our list of check-ins for the Beaconette pre-show. We're just seeing who's sticking around for the big show that starts at the top of the hour here, and who's just here to get their parking ticket validated. So next we're going to talk to Kelly, KC0LRM. How are you, Kelly? Are you sticking around tonight, or are you just getting your parking ticket validated?
W8HRF. Yes, I will be sticking around, and luckily I'm on here because I was tapping into blue screen and stuff, and I realized, I was like, oh, I should probably log into Echolink. So, yeah, I'll be sticking around. Back to you.
Yep, I know what you're talking about, Kelly. Been there. All right, well, glad to hear you out there, and we got you stick around, so I'll have Lucy give you a call here in a little bit. Going to go ahead and clear with Kelly. Let's talk to Bob, KLYJ. How are you, Bob, and what are you up to tonight? You sticking around?
W8HRF and the group. This is KA8LYJ. Yeah, I can't wait to put my ignorance on display for you and Lucy tonight. I'll hang in there. K8LYJ.
Well, Bob, I hope you realize that Lucy and I, we don't know the answers to these trivia questions until we look them up. Very, very rarely, I feel like. I don't know. So no judgment here, Bob. Don't you worry. So, all right, we got you down for abiding. You will abide. You'll linger. Lingering and abiding at the same time. Got to stick around, Bob. All right, Andy said he was wrapping up the Warren Amateur Radio Club net, but he's in the blue screen, so he might be done. So we'll see if he's out there. AB8MO, W8HRF. What's up, Andy? You sticking around?
W8HRF from AB8MO on 015. So I'm sticking around. Yeah, I'm kind of with Bob. I get to display my full ignorance of everything. Warren Amateur Radio Association Club went okay. Had 10 check-ins, including myself, which is about average. It's not a huge nut, so it went well. Had an interesting. I had the trivia question was, who was the one who wrote the lyrics to America the Beautiful? And I think the answer, well, it was a woman actually. Kathleen Bates was the answer, so that was interesting. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I have a strange craving for some apple juice, so I think I'm going to go pour myself some right now. W8HRF, this is AB8MO.
All right, Andy, enjoy the apple juice. There you go. And dude, how did you know that was the trivia question I was going to ask tonight? Now I got to find a different trivia question. You gave away the answer. No, I'm totally kidding. It's not true at all. I have a totally different question. Lucy doesn't even know what her question is yet, I'm sure. She has such a large backlog. All she has to do is open up her document and just be like, yes, out of these 10 that I have, written up already, that one looks good. So, anyways, I am not as put together as she is. Granted, this one that I have for tonight, I did have it almost totally done, so it wasn't too bad to throw together. So, all right, Andy, we'll catch you in a little bit. AB8MO, W8HRF. All right, let's talk to Uncle Fred. K8QFT, what's going on, Fred? You sticking around tonight?
Yes, I'll be here. I'll be here.
All right, Fred. Appreciate you sticking around, and we've got you down for abiding. You will linger. Got you in there. And we'll clear with K8QFT for now, and let's talk to Matt. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Golf Mike, what's going on? And are you sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, this is KF8 GGM. Yeah, Josh, I'm going to be here for the duration. It's funny, I heard Andy talking about, I think it was Andy, talking about drinking some apple juice. Funny, I make my own, and that's what I happen to be drinking tonight. And it's powerful. But, yeah, I'm here. So, let's have fun. KF8 GGM, back to net control.
All right. Got a lot of folks with apple juice tonight. There you go. I wanted to get some orange juice out of the fridge earlier today. My throat's kind of tingling a little bit. It's got a little tickle in there. I think we're getting sick. Will has a little bit of something. It's probably spreading, but it's not too bad. So I was like, orange juice sounds great. There's none left. Bummer. Anyways, that stuff's expensive. That stuff's more expensive than gas, which is like impressive, given that I saw gas today for $5 a gallon, just like regular gas. I have never seen that in my entire life. Like I saw during the recession, it get up $5 like it's been, but I don't know if I ever saw $5. That was wild. That was something today. So, All right, I digress. All right, we'll keep you on the log there, Matt, and I'll give you a call in a little while. Going to clear with KF8GGM. Let's talk to Jeff, KF8DTA. What's going on, Jeff? You sticking around tonight?
W8WKY.
Good evening, Josh. I will try. I've got kids running around and misbehaving, and yeah. Anyway, you can put me on the list. I'll try to be here. KF8DTA.
All right, Jeff, sounds good. Good luck with the kid wrangling. I feel like gym in the morning. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. Good luck wrangling the kids. You and Key, there's some sort of a beep or a Roger chirp or APRS or something like that. So just so you know, I don't know what that's about, but I've had one of my radios do something like that before. I'm going to leave Jeff. He's sticking around if he can. I'm going to clear with KF8DTA. Let's see. We got 3 more on the list. I don't know if I should, drag this out or what. We've got 9 minutes here. We'll have to see if we can get some more check-ins. Donald, KI5WDM, are you sticking around tonight?
This is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. Affirmative. Got the wife asleep. I've got a few minutes to myself. I ain't going anywhere, my friend.
All right, Donald. Well, that sounds good. There was a night where that was the case for me. I don't remember what I was doing. I think Lucy went to bed, and I was probably out in the garage working on building my workbench. I think that's what was going on. So that was a good night. So, all right, Donald, we got you sticking around. Going to clear with KI5WDM. Let's talk to Ken. Alpha did it again. I almost said Kilo. Alpha Delta 8 Papa Quebec. What's going on, Ken? You sticking around tonight?
Hello, Josh. Yes, I'm sticking around, but I got a real bad cold, so if I sound funny, that's what's the problem. It's not the radio. But before I go, I have to ask you a question. I can pick up this net on Wednesdays without any problems, nice and clear. But I don't hear nothing on Sundays. I mean, dead air on Sundays for the last 4 weeks. Is there a reason why I wouldn't hear it on Sunday, but I do hear it on Wednesdays? Over.
So, Ken, you're coming in on the 147015, which is linked to the repeater that's down here in Doylestown, which is where the net originates. I only link up the W8OKE, the 147015, on Wednesdays. I do not link it up on Sundays. However, that repeater is free for anybody. Anybody can use the Allstar linking on that if you have DTMF tones on your microphone. So if you do *3 and then the node number that you're looking for, so that's connect is *3 and then 48496, which is our node number, you can connect 015 to this repeater during the week or during Sundays, and then to disconnect it's *1 48496. So anyways, that's the story there. I only link it on Wednesdays. Sundays there's a traffic net on 015, and the time it's done by the time the pre-show gets rolling. But anyways, does that make sense? Does that help? Over.
Sure does. It makes perfect sense. Thank you for answering that question. I thought I was going a little nutso. Over.
Nope, you are not going nuts. So you got it. So and if you want information, all that information which I just told you about linking and unlinking the repeaters on W8OKE.org, Whiskey 8 Oscar Kilo Echo.org, and there's an All-Star info section. So it tells you all the information you need to know about the commands for linking and unlinking. So again, we like it when people use the linking feature because it just means the repeater's getting used, and that's what it's there for. It's one of the highest profile repeaters in Northeast Ohio, so I like when it gets used. So there you go. All right, Ken, we'll have Lucy give you a call in a little bit. Going to go with 88PQ. Where are we at here? Mike, Kilo Juliet 5, November, Oscar, November. What's going on, Mike? Are you sticking around tonight?
Hello, Josh. I'm going to try. I'll make my valiant effort. The alarm goes off at 5 in the morning, so if I duck out, apologies.
Yeah, that is an ungodly hour. The ungodly hour is 7 a.m. Like, I don't even know what to call 6 a.m. and 5 a.m. But somehow there are still people on this repeater who are up at 5:30 in the morning talking on the radio for an hour and a half before the barometer net. It is impressive. All right, Mike, hopefully the toothpicks can hold up the eyelids there, and Lucy will give you a call in a little while. So there you go. All right, we're at the bottom of the list. I got about 4 minutes, so we can take some more check-ins. This is the BeaconNet pre-show. We're looking for check-ins who want to get on the list before the big show starts here at the top of the hour. Call Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot. Name is Josh. I'm located here in Akron, Ohio. If you'd like to get on the log, please come with your call sign now. Thanks. Go ahead.
This is
Josh. I wonder in case
Okay,
Mike Yankee on 8YMY.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, Kevin in Valley Springs, California, and I'm sticking around.
Net control. Please check in Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India, KI5 RFI, Mac in Arkansas.
Andy Medina.
All right, I think I doubled somewhere on someone, but I'm going to pick it up there.
Delta Bryan, Canal, Fulton, Ohio, in and out, KZ8BLD.
See if I can pick it up. See if I got it. All right. Let me read off who I got. There were a couple doubles in there, and then I doubled with some folks. KC8FQV, I got you in there. Mark, K6KJV, I got you in there. Kevin, got you down for double C already and got you sticking around. John and 8YMY, I got you in there. Ryan, Kilo Foxtrot 8 Golf Hotel Papa, got you. I think that was correct. Is that correct? And are you in and out? All right, got you in there a little staticky, but we got your call sign and got you in and out. Thanks for stopping by. Mac, we got you in there, KI5 RFI. Tim, KI5 TAQ. Brian, KZ8 BLD, got you in and out. Was that right, Brian? Are you in and out?
That is correct, in and out, KZ8BLD.
All right. We got you in and out. Thanks for stopping by, Brian. We do appreciate that. Was there anybody else that I had missed? Go ahead.
KC8YFO, Kilo Charlie 8 Yankee Foxtrot Oscar, and I did that in reverse. Andy Medina.
All right, got you in there, Andy, KC8YFO, and glad you got it out of reverse and into drive again. There you go. All right, I know you're sticking around, but I'll ask you, KC8FQV, are you sticking around?
Yep, as soon as it gives me the beeps, yes, I'm going to stick around, Josh. You got a short time to get there and a long list, I know, KCFQV.
W8WKY.
All right, Mark, we got you sticking around. Yeah, we'll get through it real quick here, though. All right, John, N8YMY, you sticking around, John?
Good evening, Josh. N8YMY. No, just put me down as in and out, but the number's 5:15. That's about the time I start transmitting in the morning. I catch Tom about 5:30, so we'll catch you in the morning if you're listening. N8YMY.
All right, John. It's good to hear you out there. Have fun on the radio tomorrow morning. And I was up at 5:30 or 5 in the morning a couple days ago because the baby was awake. Did not jump on the radio, though. Anyways, all right. Have a good night, John. Thanks for stopping by. Let's talk to Mac. KI5, RFI. You sticking around tonight, Mac, for some trivia?
KI5, RFI. Yes, I will be hanging around for the big show.
All right. Appreciate it, Mac. We got you sticking around. Let's talk to Tim, KI5, TAQ. Tim, you sticking around?
Good evening there, guys. This is KI5TAQ. Yes, I'm sticking around.
All right. Got you sticking around there, Tim. Appreciate it. Gave me just enough time to ask Lucy if she's ready to rock and roll. She is. All right, Andy, KC8YFO, you're my tail gunner for the pre-show. You stick around to do some trivia with us and say hi to Lucy.
Tail gunner here and sticking around. KC8YFO, back to you, John.
Josh, can you add one more?
Is that Fred, W8KOC?
Affirmative. If you can give him in and out tonight, I'd appreciate it. And you guys have a great net. Sorry I can't stay awake. W8HRF, W8KOC.
All right, Fred. Glad we were able to get you under the wire here for the pre-show and in and out. Hey, what is it? Today's Wednesday, so I won't talk to you in the morning, but I'll talk to you next week. Thanks for stopping by, Fred. You sleep well. Going to clear with W8KOC. All right, that's the bottom of the list, and I forgot to mention Andy said he was sticking around. Wow, 32. Man, I have boredom breaker nets that are an hour long that I don't cruise through 32.2 check-ins. So that was awesome. Thanks all for checking into my pre-show there. And it's time for Lucy to light up the nighttime airwaves. So KE8YUK, go ahead and light them up, Lucy. W8HRF.
Thank you, W8HRF. This is KE8YUK. Should have started with the actual script beginning. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. I'm Lucy, call sign KE8YUK, Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo. Josh is being serious, so I'm assuming I'm coming through. Okay, just checking. I'll be your net controller this evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, 147.390 with a positive offset and with the PL tone of 114.8. You can also find us at the Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside, and various other repeaters. So please key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. You'll hear a beep, but just wait a second or two after the beep. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. Nothing heard, which is always a good thing. If anybody does end up with some emergency, please get our attention by saying break, break, and we'll do our best to take care of the problem. We've got a good list of stations for our pre-show. Holy cow, guys. If you missed the pre-show and would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alpha numerically, as well as your name and location. If you'd like to be added to our list, please call now.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec KE8 HQ Benjamin Mobile.
Zulu.
Echo.
Whiskey 4, Delta Alpha Zulu, Joe and Carrie.
All right, let me pick it up there. All right, we've got KE8BHQ, Benjamin Mobile. Had a perfect double, almost perfect double. Josh picked out W4DAZ, but we'll double check if that's right. We also heard a KF4. So could our KF4 call sign come back and clarify what your call is, and we'll deal with the next one next. All right, nothing heard. We might have completely messed up that call sign. I heard a Papa. Can the Papa station come back, please?
This is Kilo Foxtrot 6, Papa Oscar Echo, Christian.
All right, Christian, we've got you, and then the next call we think is W4DAZ. Is that correct? Come back.
Roger, W4, Delta Alpha Zulu.
W4DAZ, we've got you. And Josh corrected my lingo because I'm too used to CB terms from songs. Anyway, we're going to read off trivia before we hit our mobile and then go down the list. I happen to be alt trivia, so I'm going to punt it over to W8HRF to read off main trivia. Take it away, Josh.
KE8YUK, W8HRF. All right, tonight's main trivia question is, according to the Federal Communications Commission definition of amateur radio, the amateur radio service, which of the following is included in its basis and purpose? Your options are Alpha, providing personal radio communications for as many citizens as possible. Bravo, providing communications for international nonprofit organizations. Charlie, advancing skills in the technical and communication phases of the radio art. Or Delta, all of these choices are correct. Again, well, let me go ahead and drop this and reread it. According to the FCC definition of the amateur radio service, which of the following is included in its basis and purpose? Your options are Alpha, providing personal radio communications for as many citizens as possible. Bravo, providing communications for international nonprofit organizations. Charlie, advancing skills in the technical and communication phases of the radio art. Or Delta, all of these choices are correct. This is already posted in the blue screen, so there you go. Back to you, Lucy. KE8YUK, W8HRF.
W8HRF, KE8YUK. Sorry, I got distracted. William's having a hard time going to bed. Thanks for your main trivia. Here's alt trivia. What did Whitcomb L. Judson invent? A, the first wide-tooth comb. B, the forerunner to the zipper. C, brooch clasps, which were only decorative. Or D, nothing. He stole all of Colonel Cornwaldo Bean's ideas. Again, what did Whitcomb L. Judson invent? A, the first wide-tooth comb. B, the forerunner to the zipper. C, brooch clasps, which were only decorative. D, nothing. He stole all of Colonel Cornwaldo Bean's ideas. I know Ben is our mobile. Did we have any others? Let me double check. Doesn't look like it. So, KE8BHQ. What's your guess for tonight's trivia, and how are you doing tonight?
W8WKY.
KE8YUK, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, Lucy. Just dropped home and happy to be halfway through the work week. I don't have much traffic, and for trivia, I'm going to guess on both of them with Delta and Delta. That's about all I've got, so I'm going to wish you 73 and give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right, let's read the wrong call sign. KE8BHQ, we've got you down for Delta. And Delta, thanks for coming back to us and travel safe on your way home tonight. We're going to go up to the top of the list. W3ETB, Eddie, long time no chat. How are you doing? Have you written anything recently? And what are your trivia answers?
Hi, Lucy. Yeah, I'm just taking a break from that right now, and actually just trying to chill out. Actually, haven't really. Yeah, it has been a while since we had chatted. Yeah, but it's always good to talk to you, and good to talk to Josh as well. So, yeah. Actually, we went down 1 degree, so now it's 51 degrees. So we're catching up with you. You know, Josh said you had 49 there, and everything's okay here in Indianapolis. You know, just you know, waiting to try to see when the older daughter is going to come. She's supposed to come sometime in May from South Carolina, and we're going to hopefully spend a few days with her before she turns around and goes right back. And the oldest granddaughter has just turned 7. She's turned 7 on Saturday, so we had a little party for her on Sunday. And yeah, that's about all the news that's going on here in Annapolis. And let's see if I can get back into doing some writing. But right now I'm just taking a break and doing some reading, different books. I think I read about 4 books since the beginning of the year, so I'm on my 5th book here that I'm reading. And as far as the trivia questions go, I'm going to go with D for Josh's and B for your trivia question. So we'll turn it back to you so you can get on down the list. W3TV, back to that.
All right, Eddie, we couldn't tell if you said Delta and Bravo. Can you clarify for us real quick?
Yep, that's correct. Delta and Bravo.
We are proud of ourselves. Thanks for coming back. Yeah. Man, I haven't sat down to write anything in a minute. Well, no, I take that back. I got my newsletter out and I wrote a short story. Maybe I'll send it to you. Remind me to send you my short story. And every other thought I had in my head is gone. I'll send you an email. Thanks for joining us, Eddie. We hope you have a great rest of your night, and hope you have a good rest as well tonight. We'll clear with Eddie. This is KE8YUK with tonight's Beacon Net, and we're going to pick up K5CFY with Mr. Ray. How are you doing? And trivia answers.
KE8YUK and the net. This is K5CFY. Good evening, Miss Lucy. Thank you for being there. You always do a great job, and wave a hand there, Mr. Josh, on the keyboard, I guess. But anyway, and you might say Merry Christmas to Betty, and tell her I said hi, and hope Will is sleeping soundly. Anyway, thank you guys for being there on Wednesday night. We definitely appreciate it. So I'm going to go, hate to be a copycat, but I'm going to go with Eddie, Delta and Bravo, D and B. Back to you there, Miss Lucy. Have a fun net. K5CFY.
Sorry, Mr. Red. Doubled with you for a little bit right there at the beginning. Glad we've got you on the list. It's good to hear from you. I haven't checked into a Barn Breaker net in a minute, so I'll have to say hi sometime when I can fit it in between naps and lunch. I'm looking at Will moving around in his crib, but I think he's snuggling down. We've got you down for Delta and Bravo, and we have a great rest of the night. We'll clear with Mr. Ray, and we'll pick up K3MBC. That's a tongue twister call sign. Mark in Texas, how are you doing tonight?
K8YUK, this is K3MBC. It's a lot less tongue twister than my original call sign was. It had 2 Ks and a Q and a J. It was almost impossible to say out loud. So anyway, doing pretty well. Thanks for taking the net tonight. Lucy, thanks Josh for getting me in. Trivia answers are Charlie and Bravo. And I will say on the all trivia, those were excellent choices. I had a hard time deciding, but Bravo was my final answer. So anyway, K3MBC, back to net.
Wonderful, wonderful. Glad to have you. Sorry, I was waiting for a second to make sure your trivia answers came up. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo. Mixing it up a little bit tonight because so far we've got D and B and double D's. So we're breaking ties, but we're early on in the night as well. Thanks for joining us, Mark. Good to hear from you. We're going to clear. We're going to pick up Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
K8YUK, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Lucy, and everybody on the net. Jeremy here in Ashland. Things going okay tonight. Been navigating some stuff this week as far as insurance, everything goes. I was in a pretty bad fender bender last week and totaled my truck. But everybody's okay. Little one was with me, he's okay. And, my co-worker was with me, he's okay. And the other driver's okay too. We had lasting judgment sometimes, and last Friday I had one, so I'm glad everybody came out okay, and the only thing I lost was my truck, so I can deal with that. So navigating insurance has been a headache, and of course I got to deal with sports and everything else. So, aside from that, my week is going pretty good for what it is. Trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo, and I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. It's Wednesday. We're almost in the end. This is KE8ZRY, passing it back over to the next show.
KE8ZRY, we got you down for CB, like the radio. Now I got double D's, DB, and CB. This will be interesting. Rarely do I see, even numbers. Maybe I just don't notice when we get even numbers of trivia answers. So, I don't know why that fascinated me tonight. As far as the fender bender goes, that's unfortunate. I'm glad everybody's okay. I don't remember if it was your son or somebody else's son who ran into a tree and gave himself a concussion recently, but I hope he's doing well as well, whoever he is out there. I don't trust my memory, so take that with a grain of salt, but glad everybody's okay. We were driving back from Columbus today, and we saw a couple crazy drivers. We had one person who just kept stopping in the road. Don't know why. And I tried to go around them, and they decided to keep going, and I was not thrilled with them. And then they got on the highway, and I really hope that everybody is okay. Aha! It was GGM's kid. Hope he's doing well as well. Anyway, hope all people are doing well. I've got to clear and keep this moving. I'm rambling because I'm tired, so we're going to hear me and wish everybody well. I'm going to pick up Kelly, KC0LRM, figure trivia answers, and how are you doing tonight?
W8WKY.
It's the boring breakfast club.
Okay, let me try that again. I don't know what that was all about there, but thanks for getting me there, Lucy. Giving my answers before I forget, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to go Delta Alpha, because I think the first he invented was a pick throw comb. So there you go. And my Spurs won this, I guess, and so they'll go to the next round, and I hope the Thunder win. Maybe they can end up meeting each other. So that's about it. I hope your kiddos are doing good there, and give you plenty of time to sleep, and y'all have a good one, and thanks for running that. I'm going to let you get on down the list because you got a few there to go. All right, back to you.
Roger that. We've got you down for Delta and Alpha, and we wish you a great rest of your night. Thanks for coming back, and, 73. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee from Kilo with tonight's Beacon Net, and we're going to pick up Bob, KA8LYJ, and we'll wave a hand to Ida and Lily if they're over there as well. How are you doing tonight, Bob?
KA8YUK, this is KA8LYJ. Good evening, Lucy. Good evening, group. Ida's out watching Asian TV shows with headphones on, so she's not tuned into the net. And Lily's off with her mom wherever they're living right now. I'll be back at the next meeting, I'm sure. Man, it was busy day. I had to take Ida up to Cuyahoga Falls for an appointment. But the good news there is whenever we do that, we get to hit our favorite Japanese place right there at the corner of State Road there. And trying to fight off what feels like a cold, but doctor swears there's no sign of infection anywhere, so it's just allergies kicking my butt. And they can stop anytime. Anyway, for trivia, I'm going to go Charlie Squared. And give it back to you, KA8LYJ.
KA8LYJ, KA8YUK. Good to have you back, Bob. I don't know why I said back. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention last Wednesday, and I feel like it's been a long time since we've talked. I also haven't been to a meeting in a long time. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, glad to have you. Super excited to have you on board on the trivia. Excited to hear what you come up with. Got you down for Charlie Squared, and I was going to make some joke about not being Bravo and Bravo, but it wasn't. It was Charlie and Charlie, so couldn't stick the landing. I'm going to move on. I'm going to clear with Bob. We're going to pick up ABNMO. Andy, long time no talk. How are you doing tonight? And what are your trivia answers?
KE8 Yuck. This is AB8MO. Okay, doing good, Lucy. Good to hear your melodious voice along with your sidekick, Josh. I would imagine Betty and Will are maybe asleep. I imagine you probably got a camera there or something. So, anyhow, speaking of sleep, I think I'm going to go lay in bed and listen to that while I'm in bed. The cat already came and bit me on the arm. I don't know. She likes to cuddle, and then without warning, she just bites me, like she thinks I enjoy it. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to also go with Citizens Band. That was what I originally thought of. So we'll see where that lands. Yeah, Josh, it helps me fall asleep. I could easily fall asleep while reading. So with that, obviously I have nothing more to tell say, so I'll throw it back to you there, Lucy. KE8YUK. This is AB8MO.
Hey, what? Josh missed your trivia answers. Trying to hold on to the thought I had, which was, Will does that too. We call him Land Shark. Oh, Josh put it in the blue screen. Yeah. No, he'll take out a kneecap. He is brutal. Come back with your trivia answers where you're both considering how much our son bites us.
Well, that just breaks my heart. He is so non-affectionate. He'd rather bite you than cuddle. Oh, man. I guess I better be happy with my cat. I said Charlie and whatever, the Bravo. Citizens Band, CB. like I think Jeremy threw out there, who I don't know, Jeremy can up the mic game, but I always have a hard time hearing him. And it looks like Mark, who I actually, if Mark's, he said he had his old call sign with a tongue twister, and I just had to, I saw it, something listed on QRZ, it was a 5 call, and he wasn't kidding. I don't know that I would have kept that call either. Apparently, Matt bites as well. We'll have to find out. That's all I got from here. Looks like you got my answers registered correctly. I am going to head off to bed. Good night, all. AB and MO.
Andy, clarifying, as soon as you said CB, I was like, oh, I heard him say that. But it works. Have a good night. We'll catch you down the log. And I was going to say something else about cats, but I don't know what it was. I know what it was. Long story short, my aunt and uncle had a stray cat. Stray cat disappeared over the holidays, came back. Their son was very sad about the missing cat. They saw a post about a cat who looked similar, stuck in a tree. They went, got the cat, brought it home. Found out it's not the same cat. And my cousin was like, well, it works. Cat is cat. So it all worked out, but it was funny to me that they ended up with a totally different cat. Anyway, got to clear with Andy for real this time. I'm going to pick up Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Okay, hi Lucy. Hello everybody out there. I was saying, well, before I heard everyone else say it anyhow, I thought, Charlie and Bravo. CB. Speaking of cats, I had a cat that I had to put to sleep recently, about a month ago. She just wouldn't eat. Took her to the vet a couple of times, took her to a veterinary hospital. They gave her a shot. It was over the weekend. They said, well, if she doesn't, improve over the weekend, bring her back. So then I got sick myself. And I took her back on a Tuesday, and the doctor said, well, there's no hope for her. But, the doc said, well, I don't think we can do anything to help her out. I really don't know what caused the whole thing, but she had clawed this couch of mine. Finally I got rid of it the other day. I got a new one delivered, and it's a sleeper. It's used, very, very clean, from a place called The Giving Place here in Medina, some kind of a charity. Let me break for a second here. And, they delivered. Well, I had to pay extra to have it delivered, but nice couch, and it turned out to be a sleeper too. Like I said, real clean. This is a real clean place. Everything in there is clean. Furniture sanitized. So I'll put it out there for those in the Medina area. The Giving Place up in the Marks Plaza. What else? Oh yeah, trying to cancel my FanDuel subscription for the Cavaliers and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Oh boy. And FanDuel, which is going out of business, doesn't make it easy. You got to log in, you got to go to their website, you got to have your super top secret password. I don't know why they need passwords all the time. Come on, someone's going to break in my account and pay my bill. I just don't see that happening. Someone, one of my neighbors could maybe watch a free hockey game or something. But, it's all going to pay TV pretty soon anyway. And, That'll be into my sports. If they ever say you can't hear it on the radio and you have to pay to watch it on TV, that's it for me. Oh, that's about all I've got. That's my drive for today. KE8QFT, back to net control.
KE8QFT, KE8YK. Wow, lots of material to respond to. We got you down for CB, Charlie, and Bravo. Cats, gotta love them. But we had a great cat growing up, so I respect a hard-fighting cat. As far as passwords for paying bills, I was just thinking this. I was paying off some medical bills, and I thought, gee whiz, this is a lot of security for something that I wish someone else would do for me. So I agree with you. Yeah, we're protecting weird things. Weird things. If anybody has ever needed an account for bills in order to get money back from bills, except for maybe a federal tax return, I'd love to hear about that, because I've only ever given away money. And thanks for the sports update. Oh, somebody was just telling me about a Columbus Crew game, but I don't even know what sport that is. So I appreciate having a summary. We're going to clear with Uncle Fred. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo with tonight's beacon net. Call sign, no, I just said my call sign. The handle is Lucy, and we're continuing to work through this list. We've got a lot of people. We're going to pick up KF8 GGM Matt. For those unaware, sorry, it's a little bit of a sidebar. If you have the NetLogger app on your computer, if you open it up, find the net, and open the AIM window, the Almost Instant Messenger window, we call that the blue screen. It's where the other half of the NAT takes place, and there's a lot of side commentary going on. You can also open up rag2, what is it now? rag2.site, and you can also monitor the net through there. I believe there is an app. Is it in beta mode or is it an app? Gotcha. It's an app for iPhone and it's in beta mode for Android, and you can also monitor the net through there. And like I said, the other half of the net takes place there. Part of that is a conversation that Matt wanted to respond to. So I'm going to punt it to you, KF8GGM. Take it away, and what are your trivia answers?
Lucy, first of all, I'm sorry, I forgot your call sign. KE8YUK, KF8GGM. Lucy, first time I got to talk to you, and thanks for having me. It's a blast. The side conversation, no, I don't bite anything. There was something I was going to say, but dang it, I can't remember what I was going to say now. Well, never mind. KF8GGM, back to night control.
Most likely, Matt, you were going to say what your trivia answers were. Got any for us?
Thanks for the reminder. Yes, my trivia answers are Charlie and Delta, because, sounds like this dude likes to rip off everybody, so why not Colonel Cornwaldo Bean? Charlie and Delta, CD, KF8GGM, back to you.
KF8GGM, KE8YUK. They call me the Yuck. I can't change the call sign anymore. As soon as I got it, I knew it was permanent. Andy calls me the Yuck too. He just signed off, so I can't ask him. And I think KZATG also calls me the Yuck to remember it, because that's how it's memorable. Because I'm not memorable enough, apparently. No, I'm kidding. We've got you down for Charlie and Delta, and yes, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean is always up to something. Pat was in and out, so we're going to clear with Matt. We're going to clear with Pat, haha. And we're going to pick up Jeff, KF8DTA. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? Oh, no, Josh said he was trying to wrangle the kids and he might not have made it. I know how that feels, Jeff. I know how that feels. We'll give it another shot, and otherwise we'll circle back. KF8DTA, are you out there? All right, nothing heard from Jeff. Josh made him green, so we'll circle back. Donald, KI5WDM, are you out there?
Good evening, Miss Lucy. Yes, I'm here. This is Kilo India 5, Whiskey Delta Mike. And my answers tonight, I believe I just got my license a couple years ago, and I believe one of the test questions that I had to answer was the first trivia question, so I'm going to go with what I answered then. I don't even know if it was right then or not, but I'm going to go with Delta on the first one, and just a shot in the dark on the second one, but I'm going to go with Bravo on that one. Kind of out there, so it could be. So, those are my answers, dear. Appreciate you and Josh. Y'all have a good one. We'll talk at you later. Clear on the final KI5WDM.
K5WDM, KE8YUK. I also got my license relatively recently, would have been about 3 years ago now. And we've got you down for Delta and Bravo. Fun fact, if you remember which net it was, we do have a backlog of the trivia that we use on Sundays and Wednesdays, and we can actually find out what trivia answers were that night. So if you're ever interested, you can probably shoot me or Josh an email from our Q or Z pages, and we'll get you an answer as best we can, if you're ever curious. Otherwise, have fun guessing. I got you down for Delta and Bravo, I think I might have said. I don't remember anymore. We're going to clear, and we're going to pick up Ken, AD8PQ. How are you doing tonight? I don't recognize your call sign, so if this is your first time in the Beacon Net or our first time talking, welcome. Nice to meet you. And what are your trivia answers?
Well, it's nice to talk to you, Lucy. You have so many check-ins that sometimes it's hard to get in. I can't get in. So, but this is my first time, which I think I was able to get in on your net. My answers for the trivia are C, Charlie, and B, Bravo.
Wonderful to have you. Got you down for Charlie and Bravo. And yeah, Josh really teed me up with a, 32 pre-seconds? Yeah, 32. Wow. That's a lot for a pre-show. We haven't even done another call after my intro call, so it'll be interesting to see how long this thing goes tonight. Like I said, we've got you down for Charlie and Bravo. If I didn't say that, I've said it now, and thanks for checking in. This is KE8YUK, Lucy, as net controller for tonight's Beacon Net, and KD8HAG is in and out, so we're going to pick up Mike. KJ5NON, non-great. I appreciate a fun prefix, suffix. I used to be an English teacher. Don't worry about it. Mike, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
W8WKY.
Hey, Lucy. Yeah, I'd appreciate that, too. First time I saw it, I was like, NON, non. Really? Yeah? Oh, okay. All right, great. Yeah, I might keep it. But let's go, Charlie, and could you give me your answers one more time? I think I missed. I was going to go with Bravo, but could you give me your answers one more time, please?
Well, I can't give you the answers, but I can give you what the question was. It makes me chuckle because there was one time when I posted the entire question and answer into the blue screen. It was terrible. QKO gave me some ribbings over that later nets because, yeah, it was the whole thing. Even the factoid, it was... all trivia. What did Whitcomb L. Judson invent? A, the first wide-tooth comb. B, the forerunner to the zipper. C, brooch clasps, which were only decorative, or D, nothing. He stole all of Colonel Cornwalderbean's ideas. And I'll post it in the blue screen so that it's there again more recently as well. Back to you.
Okay, yeah, apologies for that. I'm going to go with CD also, Citizens Band, Charlie Bravo. I'm thinking Zipper.
All right, we'll add you to the CB wagon tonight. And thanks for checking in, and thanks for asking for the reread. It's useful to have that so people can be up to speed. We're going to clear with Mike, and we're going to pick up RevKev. We already know what your trivia answers are, but you got any traffic for us tonight?
Hello, Miss Lucy, Josh, and the rest of the crew, and of course the youngins. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and well, traffic? Nah, I kept a little clown car in, actually it's in the shop again. Yeah, I blew the transmission up again, so I guess I need to learn how to shift a little bit smoother. So there you go. It's all them burnouts that I like doing in the center ring there. Yep, the ringmaster, he don't like it either, so he might be sabotaging it. I don't know, though. So, with that, there's my made-up story right there. That's my short story. So, yep, I'm predictable. Always have been. Double D's, Delta and Delta. So, God bless 73 and Maranatha. Back to you, Miss Lucy from K6KJV.
Maranatha, RevKev, Maranatha. Actually, I don't remember if it was a VeggieTales cover of Maranatha or if we sang it in church, but I heard the song recently and I went, that's familiar. Got you down for Double D's as usual, and it's good to hear you. And, I'll catch you down the log. It wouldn't be a net if we didn't check in with Mark. K8FQV. It's your turn, Mark. Are you out there? All right, well, I usually call twice. KC8FQV. Turn it, you out there? Well, seems like Mark might have other things that he is busy with at the moment, so we'll circle back. John and Ryan were both in and out, so we're going to pick up KI5RFI Mac. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Good evening, Lucy, and everybody on the net. This is Kilo India 5 radio frequency interference. Hopefully not too bad tonight. My answers to the trivia questions are going to be Charlie and Bravo. Back to net control.
I lost my place on the list and ruined everything. Mac, that was so quick I wasn't ready for you to stop talking. This is what I get for trying to juggle too many things in too many different areas. We've got you also down for Charlie and Bravo, CB, very popular tonight. And thanks for checking in. It's good to have you on our log. We're going to clear with Mac, and we're going to pick up KI5Q Taco Tim. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? And when are you going to make me some tacos?
Well, good evening there, Miss Lucy. Or I should say, Miss Yuck. You're going to have to come down and find the taco truck. It's be on the move. Let me get the trivia questions out of the way. I think I'm going to be like Rev Kev. Double D's. Delta and Delta. Oh. And if I'm not pastoring anybody on the blue screen, then it's got to be Alan. And we all know how Alan is. But anyways, he's in the belly of the beast. No, maybe in the belly of the whale. That should be it. But I'll let you get on down to the bottom of the barrel and see how many more answers you can get. This is KI5TAQ. Back to net control.
Tim, if only there were a barrel of tacos. Taco barrel. Taco Bell barrel. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's normal. I say that enough that Betty uses that as a catchphrase. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we got you down for Delta and Delta, and it's good to hear from you. And I don't remember if you're going to Hamvention, but bring the taco truck if you are. I'll take you up on it. KZ, yeah, we're going to clear with Taco Tim. Brian was in and out, KZ8BLD. And before I forget, this is KE8YUK, Lucy, as the net controller for tonight's Beacon Net. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday night on the WWKY repeater. Come hang out. It's a lot of fun. The other half of the net is on net. On the AIM window, we call it the blue screen, or you can see it on ragchu.site or on the iPhone app. A lot of fun. Come check it out. We're going to pick up Andy, KC8YFO. Are you out there? What's the answers?
Lucy and all of the Beacon Netters. All right, as far as trivia, we got to go with C, and I don't know. I had to look at all of my zippers, and nobody had those initials except for YKK, and I don't know if those matched up. And I think that I missed an investment opportunity, maybe a couple hundred years ago or something. But, so I'll just go double C. That is what I'll do. All right, and let's see. Tonight I finished up my T-shirt contest idea for Field Day, and I sent that in just in the nick of time. I think it expires tomorrow. And I know that Josh got my spare Hamvention ticket at the meeting. So are you also going? But otherwise, got back from the West Coast, San Diego, a few hours ago. So I'm still kind of on West Coast time. This makes it perfect to hang out with you guys. All right, I'm going to send it back to you, Lucy. This is KC8YFO.
KC8YFO, KE8YK. We think we've got you down for Charlie and Charlie. Did you re-listen to check, or did we? Yeah, we heard E, so we don't know if it was B, C, or D. All we know is it wasn't A's. But we could still be wrong, actually. I'll kick it back to you in a second. I am going to Hamvention. Josh can't get rid of me that easy. No, I'm kidding. But he actually can't. Andy, can you tell us your trivia answers again, please?
W8WKY.
We'll go Charlie and Charlie. Charlie and Charlie. KC8YFO. Back to you, Lucy.
All right, we've got that all fixed up. Did we? Was it CC? I was busy paying attention to Nick yelling at me. Not yelling at me in the blue screen, but he always writes in all caps. I feel like I'm being yelled at. No, we've got you down for Charlie and Charlie. T-shirt contest. Glad you said that. I submitted my design without reading the instructions because I am an adult. And thanks, Josh. And it wasn't grayscale, so I have to fix that, which is a huge bummer. It was cool how it was. Fine, I've got to make it boring. Yeah. So, may the best T-shirt win. I've only ever done one other T-shirt design, and through no fault of anybody's, except whose ever fault it was wasn't included in the first round of voting, and I'm pretty sure that was damaging to my votes. But it's okay, because K4OG won, and he had a great shirt. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're going to clear with Andy. WA8KOC, KE8BH, nope. WA8KOC was in and out. We already talked to Benjamin. And we're going to pick up Christian, KF6POE. I feel like you have to hear a lot of jokes about Edgar Allan Poe. Please tell me more, and what are your trivia answers?
For whom the beacon net told. This is Kilo Foxtrot 6, peace on Earth. Nice hearing you this evening, Lucy. Everything's going swimmingly over here. I'm glad I remembered to turn it on when I got home from work, so that's good. Everything's cool. Yeah, I was happy with my call sign back in Los Angeles there, because I came out of the clown car too, and there were tacos nearby, regrettably so. Not all street food was great. In any case, the trivia answer for me will be Charlie Bravo or Charlie Brown. And everybody have a great night. We'll hear you again on Down the Page and tomorrow morning on the Barometer Net. This is Kilo Foxtrot 6, peace on Earth. Passing it back to Lucy, masterfully handling net control.
KF6POE, peace on Earth. Very good to hear from you. I have talked to you once or twice, and I know I've talked to you at the meetings, but it always throws me off when I have someone who I've had an eyeball QSO with in my net logger. So it's good to hear from you, and we got you down for Charlie and Bravo, and I had something else to say, and I don't know what it was. For whom the beacon net tolls, though, made me chuckle. We're going to clear with Krista. We're going to pick up W4DAZ. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Good evening, KE8YUK. Lucy, you're doing a great net. My trivia answers are Charlie, and being a conspiracy theorist, I'm going to answer D for Delta for the second question. So I'm Charlie Delta. W4, Delta Alpha Zulu, back to net.
Good to have you, Joe. You're a little crackly, but we heard you all the same. We got you down for Charlie and Delta, and we wish you a great rest of your night. We're going to pick up, first I'm going to identify, because I don't remember the last time I did. This is KE8YUK with tonight's beacon net name is Lucy, and I'm going to toss it over to Thomas, KN4EWT. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
I'll say my name.
Well, thank you very much. I checked in Sunday, I think it was, for the first time. And I don't know if anybody was paying attention to the AIM window, but I had decided we didn't really have a decent net going on around these times for Sunday and Wednesday, so I decided for Netoholics to permanently pick up the beacon net. Yay! And honestly, I haven't been paying attention, so I'm going to guess B and D. I don't know what the questions are. That's just my wild, random number 2 high school guesses. I'm sitting here working on a bridge to Zello from the network, so that's why I hadn't been paying attention, because it's a lot of code and frustration. KN4, EWT, thank you.
I believe you said a lot of code and all frustration, and from everything Josh is giving you a big thumbs up. That sounds right. I'm just the rubber duck to his monologues of trying to sort it out. The closest I came to coding was doing some coursework on Khan Academy when I had nothing better to do, and that was fine, but I didn't want to do more. So props to you guys. I'm sure you'll figure it out, though. Keep at it. We've got you down for Bravo and Delta. Here, we're going to pick up AI5Q, Jairus. Long time no talk, Jairus. How is everybody And I know you can't make the convention, which is sad, but I get it. And what are your trivia answers?
Well, good evening, Miss Lucy and everyone on the net. AI5Q here. Let's start with the trivia. I'm pretty confident with C for the main, and I heard something about zippers on the radio today, so I'm just going to guess Bravo for the alternate trivia, and those are my answers. Let's see, today was a crap day at work. They probably blew about $25,000 worth of product to atmosphere through a misunderstanding, and extended a shutdown by at least 2 hours that was unnecessary and delayed us getting everything done and back up. A part that we had ordered 4 months ago came in and did not fit and was the wrong part, so we had to recondition the old one and shove it back in the hole and hope for the best. Our company is getting acquired tomorrow. They're signing the paperwork, and I will be working for a new company starting Friday. And I start the onboarding process with marriage certificates, birth certificates, social security numbers, trust inception dates, and 401k election plans, and benefits enrollment, and all the like. So it's been a whirlwind of a week. That's the long and short of it. Back to you, Lucy.
That's gracious, Jairus. That sounds not fun on any count, actually. So sounds like a Tuesday, Josh says. He has been working some very late nights recently. Not a fun time for either of us, but you also do not seem like you're having a good time. So I hope things calm down and get better. And I've got you down for Charlie and Bravo. And I'll have to think of something funny that Betty has said recently to make tonight at least slightly lighter for you. Just quit, Josh says. Sure. The meaning of quitting, actually. Josh has a comment. KE8YK to W at HRF.
This is not helpful at all, Jairus, but I had a buddy in college who, whenever we were pulling late nights and all this other crap, he'd just be like, just quit. And I never took his advice. Anyways, back to you, Lucy. KE8YUK, W8HRF.
And that was advice that Josh never, ever took in his entire life. But besides that, all right, we got to keep it moving. Yeah, Jairus, well wishes. We'll add you to our prayers. And okay, down for Charlie and Bravo. We're going to clear, and we're going to pick up another Tim, KE9CQD. I've talked to you before. We've talked about how cool your call sign is. I remember now. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
W8WKY.
Well, doing well over here tonight. Thanks so much for running the net tonight, Lucy. Yeah, definitely caught each other in the past. I do enjoy checking into the Beacon net, but haven't been on in a few weeks. Just everything's been busy. But good up here in Northwest Indiana. Cooler weather today, and spent time with the family and had Awana Awards at the church tonight and ice cream after. So it was a pretty good day up here, and now catching probably close to the tail end of the Beacon net. We got the kids down late, and everything's running later tonight, so I just got on a little bit ago. But was able to check the trivia questions on the blue screen, so I think tonight I will be going with C and B. We'll do Charlie and Bravo tonight. Charlie and Bravo. But anyway, back to you, Lucy. Thanks for running the net. This is KE9CQD.
Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Running the net is fun, but now that there are so many different chats going on at the same time, it's a juggling show is what it is. It's a circus. That is a better word for it, although I'm sure I'm not the first one to call it that. Let's get you down for Charlie and Bravo. Very popular tonight. People are putting all their eggs in one basket for the most part, so we'll see how that goes. Chris, well, we're going to clear it, Tim. Chris was in and out. We are at a blank line 40. We've got a couple of circle backs, so you will be at the top of my list, but first I'm going to call for some more check-ins. This is KE8YUK, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo. Miss Lucy, for tonight's BeaconNet, if you would like to be added to tonight's list, please give your call signs phonetically followed by alphabetically. Call now.
Whiskey Victor 5. Whiskey Mike Victor 3 Charlie Victor KJ5 MCV Ryan. Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Kilo India 4 Oscar Zulu Quebec KI4GQ Matt, Lahore City, Tennessee, checking in.
All right, I'm going to pick it up there. All right, there it is. It took a minute to load. We've got WV3K, Phil. We've got KJ5MCV, Ryan. We've got KI4OZQ, Matt. Is there anybody else or anybody we missed? Please call now. We leveled out at 42. Very nice. Congrats, Matt. You are 42. Different Matt. Too many Matts. Way too many Matts. Just like many, many marks. We need a better call sign system. Anyway, Phil, WV3K. How are you doing, Phil? What are your trivia answers?
K8YUK, WV3K. Good to hear you, Lucy. And, boy, you sure have quite a company here. And nice chatter. It's great. I'll go with Charlie and Bravo, and I don't need to hear the questions. I'm just following the queue and enjoying the flow. Doing okay, and enjoying the evening. Got some work to do tomorrow. And anyway, I'm looking forward to the new day. It's been a blessing. So anyway, love to you and the family. Hope everyone's doing well. And I'm going to go ahead and clear. Lucy, you have a good night, and many blessings to you and the family. K8YUK, WV3K, and I will be clear. Thank you.
WV3K, good to hear you, Phil. It's been a while since we've talked on the radio, and we're praying for your health. We've got you down for Charlie and Bravo, and we'll wish you a great night. Josh, did you want to reread trivia now or after? Okay. Since he's Maine, I got to pass it to him. K8YUK to W8HRF. Would you mind rereading Maine trivia, please?
K8YUK, W8HRF. Yep, -4 read Maine trivia. Well, we got a couple new check-ins here. Maine trivia was, according to the FCC definition of the amateur radio service, which of the following is included in its basis and purpose? Your options are alpha, providing personal radio communications for as many citizens as possible. Bravo, providing communication for international nonprofit organizations. Charlie, advancing skills in the technical and communication phases of the radio art. Or Delta. All of these choices are correct. Back to you, Lucy. K8YUK, W8HRF.
W8HRF, KE8YUK. Thank you for rereading at Main Trivia. Here's alt trivia. What did Whitcomb L. Judson invent? A, the first wide-toothed comb. B, the forerunner to the zipper. C, brooch clasps, which were only decorative. Or D, nothing. He stole all of Colonel Cornwall the Bean's ideas. I will repost it in the blue screen. Again, my call sign is KE8YUK. I am Miss Lucy, and I am tonight's net control for the BeaconNet. We've got two more on our list, so we're going to pick up Ryan, KJ5MCV. How are you doing tonight, Ryan? And what are your trivia answers? And how are you enjoying tonight's Beacon Net? I know you're, I don't remember if you're new to ham radio, if you're new to the net, or both. But hope you're having fun.
Well, Lucy, K8YUK, this is KJ5MCV. As I like to say, I'm having more fun than a bushel basket full of puppies. Anyways, I'm going to go with compact disc tonight. For my answers, Charlie Delta, compact disc. I'm pretty confident about the first answer, but I'm really confident about the second one. And everybody says Miss Lucy. I can appreciate that because it's kind of cute. But aren't you a Mrs. Lucy? I'm not trying to steer the bus or anything, but let's get it correct. Or maybe, oh, hold on to your britches, Madam Lucy, as you are so adept at multitasking while still being entertaining. What a hoot and a half you turned out to be. And as you said a minute ago, 42 is the answer. Anyways, have a great night. It has been fantastic being a part of this whole situation. Oh, I'm so entertained. And yes, I am new to ham radio. Got my license July of last year, and having so much fun. You guys are great. So glad to be a part of it. Keep doing what you're doing, fighting the good fight, as they say. Appreciate you and everything you do. This is Ryan, KJ5MCV, back to you, Mrs. Lucy.
KJ5MCV, K8YUK. We got you down for Charlie and Delta. And fun fact, most ladies, I think all ladies on radio, yeah, all ladies are actually called Miss. So you'll run into Miss Nancy, Miss Lucy, what's her name over, she runs one of the board and breaker nets who isn't Nancy. Miss Susie, yeah. It's a thing. And it helps us feel young, which some of us need badly. So I stick with that. For a while, we called Josh Mr. Lucy, mainly because I was actually more radioactive than he was at the time. But then Will came along, and I got busy, and he became a member of the board and a trustee and all sorts of stuff. So he is more radioactive than I am, and that's okay. But if you stick around long enough, you get your own nickname, I'm sure. And that's probably all I can say on the radio without getting in trouble with the FCC. So I'm going to leave it there. Matt is up next. KI4OZQ. How are you doing tonight, Matt? What are your trivia answers?
Hey, again, Lucy and everyone on there, and Ron, congratulations on getting the ham license. And if you ever get on 2 meters, let me up, and we might have a queue. So I'm going to say my trivia answers are C and D, like as in Charlie Daniels. And of course, the temperature down here is 63 degrees, and supposed to have a cold snap. But other than that, everything here is doing okay, and just thought I would jump in on the net and got in a little late, but other than that, everything here is doing good. Lucy, you're doing a fine job, but keep up the good work. KI4OZQ, back to net control.
Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. We always need encouragement as net controllers, because boy, it's like wrangling a herd of cats sometimes. But then we've got orderly check-ins like yourself, and it's always nice to hear you. We've got you down for Charlie and Delta, and that is the bottom of my list. We're probably going to do one more call, and then we're going to go up to see what... No, I totally forgot about a circle back. Sorry, guys. KF8DTA, Jeff. Josh is slow clapping me. Listen. KF8DTA, Jeff, are you out there? Oh, no, not heard from Jeff. Kids might have taken him out. I know that feeling also. Jeff, we'll wish you a good night. And we're going to see if he's out there. Sometimes he's way out there. KC8 FQV. How you doing tonight, Mark? What are your trivia answers?
See, yep, I'm here. So, doing a lot of different things. Had a few nets going in. But I'm going to say C and B, Citizen Band. Yeah, we had a friendship net tonight going, and I had a Zoom session going. That starts at 9:30 to 10:30. Yeah, there was the South 40 group down in southern Ohio. So there's a lot going. But yep, Citizen Band. And hopefully, Andy, that worked out good the other morning. I asked him to quickly help check to see how I sounded into 9.4. And yeah, well, the radio wasn't doing well. It was running low on juice. Went off. But I got it back. You know, well, all these, we know all the radios, they use the battery all up, but they never replace it. We have to go do that. So I'll send it back your way, KSFQV. Yeah, the radios just know how to use the battery up, but they don't know how to replace the battery juice. So KSFQV.
Mark, I've just got one thing to say. Don't drink battery juice. Feel like that should just be a PSA that I put out there. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo, and now we are at the bottom of our list, and we're going to see if anybody else is out there. This is KYUK with tonight's Beacon Net. If you would like to be added to our list, please give your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically.
This is W8WKY, Nick in Ohio.
This is Kilo Echo 2 Foxtrot Tango Golf, KE2FCG, Mike on Cape Cod.
All right, well, that was very interesting. We've got a check-in from W8WKY. Nick. Wonder who that is. Got a lot of Nicks running around here. Maybe it's just Nick. And we've also got Mike, KE2FTG. That'll probably be it for this list. So we're going to see what's up with W8WKY. What's your commentary? What's your trivia answers?
KE8YUK, this is W8WKY. Decided to throw on the other face for a minute here tonight. Jump in and say hi. And just been listening to the net, and I have no responsibilities whatsoever tonight. But I just got to tell you, it's been a good time. It's been a good time. I'm going to give my answers for both KD8SLG and W8WKY as Delta and Bravo, which by executive order tonight now becomes known as Doobie. Doobie. Delta and Bravo. There we go. Josh got it in there already. Just wanted to jump in and say hi. And great net tonight. Thanks. KD8SLG. Oh, wait. W8WKY. Back to net control.
Nick, I hate to break it to you. You owe us a nickel. We've got you down for Delta and Bravo. Reminds me of the Doobie Brothers. Funny story. At one point in time, I believe it was for my birthday, night before, Josh goes, "Do you know this song?" And he plays a song. And remarkably, I don't know it. I say, "No." He plays another song. How about this one? I don't know it. No. He starts to get a little bit more worried. "Do you know this song?" No, I don't. What are you talking about? "Oh, nothing." Next day, he gives me a record of the Doobie Brothers, who I had sparingly heard ever. But we have listened to that record multiple times ever since then, and I have become more acquainted with it, and it's one of the songs that kept me awake on my drive home tonight. So it was one of those, like, boomerang gifts, where at first you're not sure if it's going to land, but then it comes back, and it's a good choice. So that's my relationship with those guys. Thanks for checking in, KD8SOG08 W8WKY. That's true, Nick. I did it on purpose. I'll pay myself a nickel. KE2FTG. Mike, you're our last check-in for now. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
I'm doing great tonight. Thank you for that. Well, I don't have your questions. I came in late. I checked into the NZL network, and here I am, and I'm enjoying this. And I was going to make a guess, but until the last guy said the Doobie Brothers, DB, I'm going with that. So DB for me, KE2FTG, Mike, on Cape Cod tonight.
KE2FTG, KE8YUK, on Cape Cod. That sounds fun. I don't know if I have ever been there. Josh says you know somebody there. Who is it? Somebody from work. And that's all the clarifying question. I got to stop. Mike, thanks for checking in. It's good to have you. And that's it for our list. Well, I did say that was the last check-in for now. Should I try one more time, or should I toss? Logger says no. I'm going to pass it over to WHRF, high radio frequency, for his traffic. How are you doing tonight, Josh? What are your trivia answers?
Oh, traffic. KE8YUK, W8HRF. I don't really have any traffic. It's been a long week. I'm ready for the weekend. Looking forward to seeing folks out. We're going to run down to the field day site. The ops committee is going to run down to the field day site for Sarah this Saturday at 8 in the morning before the handy finder build, and then run back up to Gary's QTH for the build. So that'll be cool. Looking forward to seeing a whole bunch of folks there. So that'll be the morning, and then I think I'm free the rest of the day. Thank goodness. I'm gonna work around the house. I'm gonna go out and work more on my workbench. I made a drawer. My drawer from when I was working on it during the last beacon, that turned out very well. It's so sturdy that I can put 2 car rotors and it doesn't break. Inside of it, it doesn't break. It stays up. So. Anyways, the workbench is getting closer and closer to done. The shack is an absolute disaster still, but we had a really good time at POTA. Need to fix a balun for my Delta loop. I need to upload my logs. I forgot to upload the POTA logs, so I will do that. I gotta fix those logs. Anyways, fall apart. I'll answer. Logger, put me down for Bravo for alt. Thanks. And we'll do that. So, all right, Lucy, back to you. Let's go ahead and I'll be here with main trivia when you're ready for me. KE8YUK, W8HRF.
W8HRF, KE8YUK. Give that logger a raise. Add another 0. Got you down for a pass and a B. Good job, logger. My own traffic, nobody asked. I got to visit with my aunt and one of my friends and her kids today. Actually, all the kids, because my aunt also has kids. That made no sense. Good time was had by all. And, always grateful for those visits. They're a lot of fun. And both kids are asleep, and that is also a win. Katie said he was out there, so let's see if he's still awake. KD8EPC, KE8YUK. Are you out there, Dustin? Waited a little too long. That was a very long, awkward silence. I'm sorry, guys. Dustin, you fell asleep on us. Pumpkin time. KD8EPC, double checking. Are you out there? Nothing heard. Bummer, bummer, bummer. It's okay. Everybody deserves sleep at some point, I guess. So I'm told. What is sleep? Anyway, KD8SLG, you kind of already had your traffic, but I'll give you a pass since you're in our VIP list. Got any other traffic for us?
KE8YUK says KD8SLG. Good evening, Miss Lucy, Mr. Josh, and all the Beacon netizens. I got some more traffic. The Field Day T-shirt contest is open for another day. We usually end those things on BeaconNet nights. I don't know who the new management is, but they missed the mark here. But anyway, we got another day to get those in, and then we'll do like a week of voting, and then we'll get them into John and Lori and get them printed up. Seen a couple of good designs. Yes, grayscale needs to go away, Lucy. But you got time. What else is going on? Handy Finder build Saturday morning. You guys got the email. Things have changed. Weather going up and down. I wouldn't want to be trying to solder in 35 or 40 degree weather, but then again, I wouldn't want to be trying to solder at any time. I'm an appliance operator. Fine business on the net tonight. It was a really good time. I check into nets all the time. Nothing like FQV, but I check into them all the time, and I stick around for some of them. Some of them I don't, but I'm here when I have no responsibilities whatsoever, and that is a feather in your cap. This is KD8SLG, back to net control. Thanks.
KD8SLG, KE8YUK. Got you down for Delta and Bravo. You know, I should have known by giving you another turn I would have been scolded again for the grayscale. Some of us don't follow instructions very well, all right? Some of us don't even read. Hey, wait a minute. Goodness. Always interesting to have tidbits of your lore in the blue screen, Nick. It would be very interesting, possibly concerning to read an autobiography, but I think you'd have an audience if you did. Goodness. We're going to clear with Nick, just Nick, and we're going to talk with Nick at night. KE8QKO, how are you doing tonight, Nick? What are your trivia answers? Oh no, the pumpkin strikes again. KE8QKO, are you out there?
KE8YUK, KE8QKO. I'm here. I'm just playing around on my computer and tinkering, and I missed the first call. I don't know if I have much to add. Oh, Josh, though, scheduling that walkthrough at 8 a.m. on Saturday. I may or may not make that because I don't know if I'll be up in time to go to that on Saturday because I might be asleep. Really, that's about all I have. So, aside from that, I'm just kind of chilling out. It's actually a do-nothing-ish night for me tonight. Most of my nights this week have been pretty busy, and this night has not. So I'm just sitting here and relaxing and chilling out. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, Lucy. KE8QKO.
We had a little bit of a sidebar conversation as net controller and logger. We did catch a recheck comment from SLG, but first, KE8QKO, trivia answers.
That is a good thing to ask for. Josh's main trivia is going to be Charlie, and your alternate trivia is going to be Bravo. So So I'll see how that works out for me. But I'll pass it back to you, Lucy. K8KKO.
All right, we got you down for Charlie and Bravo. And we'll just pretend we did it right the first time, all of us. And I had a comment request from KD8SLG. Go, Nick.
This is KD8SLG with a comment. I was replying to something in the blue screen, and I, honest to God, cannot remember what it is now. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Thanks, Lucy. K8YUK, KD8SLG, back to net control.
KD8SLG, K8YUK. I'm sure you'll remember, that's the word. I'm sure you remember what it was eventually. Probably best this way. Yeah, it's been a really, really fun net. Lots and lots of commentary, banter, side conversations, mistakes, fixing mistakes, and me chattering on and on and on again. We are going to do one more call before we read off the answers to trivia. If you would like to be added to tonight, oh wait, first I've got to identify. I forgot. See, I'm learning. This is K8YUK, Miss Lucy with tonight's Beacon Net. If you would like to be added to tonight's list, we're at number 44 with a blank 45. If you would like to be added, please call now. Nothing heard, and I was busy making a joke in the blue screen, so that's why there was a little bit of a delay, but I'm very funny. I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF to read off the answers to tonight's main trivia. K8YUK to W8HRF. Take it away.
K8YUK, W8HRF. Before I do main trivia, was there somebody on the 147015 that was trying to check in? All right, sounds like no. All right, tonight's main trivia question was, according to the FCC definition of the amateur radio service, which of the following is included in its basis and purpose? So the basis and purpose of that service. Your options are Alpha, providing personal radio communications for as many citizens as possible. I believe there were 0 answers for that. Bravo, providing communications for international nonprofit organizations. I believe there was 1 answer for that one. Doing a brief scan. Yep. The majority of the answers were Charlie and Delta. Advancing the skills. Excuse me. Advancing skills in the technical and communication phases of the radio art. There were 19 answers for Charlie, and for Delta, that was all of these choices are correct, and there were 7 choices for that one. The answer is Charlie. As many of you guessed, advancing skills in the technical and communication phases of the radio art. The basis and purpose of the amateur radio service is defined by the FCC in Part 97.1, so the very, 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 very beginning of it. One of its key principles is encouraging amateur operators to advance their skills in both the technical and communication aspects of radio. More broadly, amateur radio exists to foster experimentation, innovation, and technical knowledge in radio communications, efforts that have historically contributed to major advances in the field. All the other options that were presented are not included in the FCC's definition. There are other things that are included in that definition, but the question was which of the ones that I listed were included. So there you go. The answer is Charlie. Mark, KC8FQV. The answer is Charlie, Mark. Mark, the answer is Charlie. We love you, Mark. All right, back to you, Lucy. 7-3, everybody. Have a good night. KYUK, W8HRF.
Thank you, W8HRF. This is KE8YUK, the net control for tonight's Beacon Net. Also, alt trivia. I don't know. I've been reading a lot of Terry Pratchett, and Granny Weatherwax goes by Mistrix, I think. It's the whole thing. It's not a going joke. It's frequently explained. Go read Terry Pratchett. It's a good time. Anyway, alt trivia. What did Whitcomb L. Judson invent? A, the first wide-toothed comb. B, the forerunner to the zipper. C, brooch clasps, I've never known how to say it, which were only decorative. E, nothing, he stole all of Colonel Calderbean's ideas. The answer was B, bravo, the forerunner to the zipper. Judson was an American inventor born in 1843. He died in 1909. He patented the forerunner to the modern zipper, the shoe clasp lock, in 1893. The U.S. patent number is written down too, but nobody needs it. It consisted of a series of hook and eyes run by a guide for closing and opening a clothing item. So it was an early form of the zipper. It's exactly what it sounds like. He actually held 30 patents total, but as far as I'm aware, he did not invent any combs or clasps along those lines, at least not decorative ones. So the answer to all trivia was B, bravo, as in bravo. Yeah. Okay. That is the read-off for trivia. We'll do one final call for check-in to tonight's Beacon Net, and we're going to call it a night. KE8YUK as the net controller. If you want to be on our list, call now. All right. That's it for tonight. Thanks to everybody who has checked in. It was a fun net. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, the entire Beacon Net crew, and the entire Beacon Net crew, that made no sense, thank you one and all for checking in with us this evening. You're welcome to come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, which is Sunday, and we also meet on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater with a pre-show at 9:30 Eastern Time. You can also find us on Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. In the same locations, you can find the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m., except for Sunday. Finally, don't forget to check out our friends on the Border Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R, or here on W8WKY on Wednesdays and select Saturdays. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is Lucy, KE8YUK, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. God bless in 73s.
Hey, Lucy, this is AI5Q. Did you know it was National Zipper Day when you chose this? And I'm a little disappointed you didn't point out it was National Zipper Day. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm angry at her. W8HRF.
Hey. Oh, man. Okay, listen, I pre-write all of my trivia, okay? It was a total accident. I could have swapped with Josh and not even done an alt trivia. Didn't have this one. That does explain why almost every single person got it correct, though. And Mark even went last, which is saying something. How do you know it's National Zipper Day? What? I'm not on the in. KE8YUK to AI5Q.
Well, I just thought you were doing a tie-in because it was mentioned on the radio, National Zipper Day. The 1913 was the first patent of the modern-day precursor to the zipper, or first modern zipper. I guess your question would be the precursor to the zipper, but that's the only reason I chose zipper is because they mentioned it on the radio today while I was driving back and forth to the plant, so there you go. Anyway, have a good night. Go to bed. Enjoy your kids sleeping. Get sleep while you can. I know what that's like. AI5Q73.
Just quietly at dumpster fire, and I'm still laughing from it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank you for the heads up. I never would have known that it was National Zipper Day, but it's always a National Something Day, and I hope your week gets better and nicer and more pleasant and generally not bad. Josh says, bye, Jairus. Thanks for coming back to us to let us know. We wish you a great night. K8YUK. I'll be clear. 73s.
AI5Q, KJ5MCV.
Hey Ryan, what's up?
I've been holding my breath. I'm about to pass out. I must have those links you promised me. No, I'm teasing you. I'm not putting you to task or anything, but I would love to get those Sherry Node links that you were going to send me. I know you're not doing anything because you're on a net. Holla at your boy.
Well, I don't know if you heard my check-in or not, but I had a pretty crazy day, so I'll get them over to you. Sorry about the delay. I'll get you the one for the Shari, and then it may be tomorrow before I get you the one for the Raspberry Pi. But the Shari's what you need, whenever you decide on what kind of Shari you want, that's when you get the Pi to match the Shari kit that you ordered. 3V plus or 4 or 5 or whatever. So let me get you that Shari link, and I'll try and send you it directly to the one that I've had a lot of luck with. It's compact, it doesn't break, it just runs. So there you go. AI5Q. Back to you, Ryan.
Excuse me. Jairus, I did indeed hear your comment on the net, and I liked that. I think you mentioned something like, yeah, we shoved it in there and hoped for the best. God.
You're killing me. Stop.
I'm sorry I didn't catch that last statement. I know it wasn't you, Ryan, but whoever came in there, come back, please. AI5Q.
W8WKY.
AI5Q, this is KSA GGM. Dolly, man, that was pretty funny. KSA GGM, back to you.
QSL GGM, good to hear you. And yeah, we tried to get the hole drilled in the new part that we needed, but nobody wanted to accept the liability of screwing up something with a 4-month lead time. That would have cost us tens of thousands of dollars a day in lost productivity. So for some reason, nobody wanted to be on the hook for that bad boy. We're pretty upset with the manufacturer for not drilling the hole like they were supposed to. So we're going to have a little talk with them and probably switch suppliers.
Roger, copy. I live by the rule of balls deep is usually good enough.
I heard beeps, but it wasn't by the radio. Who's out there? KD8SLG.
Right, Nick, it's AI5Q, KJ5MCV, and I believe it's GGM, KF8 maybe. Trying to remember.
Oh, just wandered in then. Okay. Sorry. Hey, Jairus. Good to hear you tonight, man. I hope all goes well for you. KD8SLG.
W8.
Thanks, man. We did some checking on the new insurance. It's still through Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's just out of Texas instead of out of Oklahoma. And so far, we found everybody in our plan except for the kids' pediatric dentist. The orthodontist for the braces is on there, but not the kids' dentist. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. But that's the worst thing we got to do is change a pediatric dentist. We're doing pretty good for job change and insurance change and all that jazz. I'm just hoping they don't make me wait the 4 years to get fully vested in the 401k. I hope they bridge my 15 years of service at this company into their new one and call me fully vested day one. That'd be nice.
That would be swell of them. Yeah, no, that... something about oil and gas changing hands. My neighbor works for what used to be... well, I can't remember what it was called. Champion X. And then now, I believe Schlumberger bought them out. And, I haven't heard any adverse kind of input from him. I think he's up... He's in the upper levels, so probably it's not that big of a deal. So I've not gotten any input from him, but wish you all the best. Something about oil and gas just switcheroos left and right. I don't know what that's about. And then, we talked about it the other day. ConocoPhillips, they bought several companies, brought them all together, let them all work for a year, and then let half of all of them go. I imagine starting with the most top-heavy first. I can't remember the name of the company that they bought. Anyway, it's been too long since I've been down there they call it Eagle Ford, and then we do work in the Permian as well. But they bought somebody, I can't remember their name, but there's a whole bunch of folks in there sucking up to the teacher, if you know what I mean. And rightfully so. You want to keep your job when a big company buys out. So, anyways. But also what comes with that as a contractor is the people that are looking to make a name for themselves, they can really cause you a problem being an outsider by telling dad on you, if you know what I mean. So some of those people are kind of wild, telling on the help, if you know what I mean.
I used to work cellular phone installation, and I know exactly what you mean, because the big carriers would hire contractors, and exactly, it's like, I'm telling my daddy on you if you don't do blah, blah, blah. And after a while, I got tired of it and just got out. KF8 GGM.
KFA-GGM, KJ5MCV, yeah. I currently work in telecommunications. I'm a construction manager for a tower construction company and manufacturing company. So we build, own, and lease to Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, all the cool kids. Lucky for us, we tell Verizon when they can, NTP is what we call it, yeah. Notice to proceed, I guess would be the technical term, but we tell them when they can come on the site and hang their antennas. We prepare everything from, point A to that point. So luckily, we are a preferred provider to them, and they don't mess with us a whole bunch, but anyways. I can see it happening. We do indeed provide tower and communications for oil and gas companies as well. And yeah, we've had a couple of people snatched up by the nape of their neck and walked off of the property just for no reason. And yeah, luckily for us, in a lot of occasions, well, in the couple occasions that I know of, the hires come in and go, no, matter of fact, you sit down. We hired these people, not you. So telling on them is not going to get you anywhere. So hush your mouth and sit down. Anyways, yeah. Seen it a couple times. It's not enjoyable. It's kind of a bummer.
Oh yeah, I saw that a lot when I did that. I worked for a company who their main endeavor was to take over the installation of towers and implement new 5G systems and provide everything from from startup to maintenance to testing and everything, and it was all cutthroat. And they hired me as an engineer, and I was like, I worked for maybe a year, and then I was like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out, because I just couldn't handle the not knowing who to trust.
Yeah, I get it, man. When you're working for a company that sells air for a living, you never know. They're just kind of a sketchy group of folks. But like I said, luckily, they rent from us, so we tell them when they can show up, and lucky for us, we don't have any issues at that point. I mean, we build to their specs. All our towers are set up for multi-carrier, so if we build a tower site for Verizon and AT&T wants to co-locate, that's usually out of our hands, which I guess in a roundabout way, that means we only get more rent money for the co-location, and they handle all the rest. We set up multi-carrier, 4-gang electric. If they want to sweep any new conductors in, or they need a bigger transformer on the pole to support their equipment, that's on them, and we're okay with that because it costs what it costs. And if you want coverage in this area, you gotta kiss Daddy's finger, Anyways, no, I joke. But yeah, luckily we don't have to deal with the inner workings of the people that sell air for money. We just tell them where to go, which is great. Anyways, it's getting pretty late here. I'm sure it's really late for your hour after me, so it's nearly midnight where you're at. So I've got to get in here and wash the huevos and give mummers a kiss and go make sure no kids have, stayed up past their bedtime. So let me get here and do that. Great chatting with you tonight, man. Excellent banter on the side, if you know what I mean. So we are having a hoot of a time. Talk to you again soon, brother. Take care. KG5 MCV to KFA GGM. I'm clear on your final, brother.
All right, man. Yeah, it was awesome talking to you. I know about the kids. I occasionally have a stray kid roaming around, wondering what to do late at night. Have to redirect them back to bed, so I get it. Yeah, man, selling air for free is kind of a joke. And, yeah, look forward to talking to you again. KFA GGM on final.